road to come and do that, and all the while, because we think he's the one who's beaten and bloodied us and left us on the road, we're going to like roll over into the ditch and try to cover ourselves up with grass so he don't see us. And he just walks by.
Don't let that guy help me.
But yeah, I got to go. I mean, we preach about so many things. We talk about so many things in such great depth and detail that, man, sometimes you just got, I encourage everybody, sometimes just go back and revisit some of the things that we talked about and just be reminded. I said this a few weeks ago. I don't know when I said it. The gospel is not an academic exercise where we're looking to gain a technical understanding of something and then say, well, I have a technical understanding of that. I don't need to hear it anymore. We're not trying to get a degree. We're not trying to graduate from the gospel. We're not trying to say, well, I understand eternal life, so now let me close that book, and now I need to take another class. And so it will always bless us to go back and listen to things that were said. And Bobby and I were talking about God as the Good Samaritan. And I was thinking about that again last night. God is the Good Samaritan. And just what that does for you when you just meditate on God as the Good Samaritan. The first thing it does is, you know what it do? It sets your eyes on God in His sufficiency to give you life. When you set your eyes on it as if you're the Good Samaritan, do you know what it does? It sets your eyes on your sufficiency to bring forth life yourself. But when you set your eyes on God's sufficiency to bring forth life in you, you'll be in awe of His life. And next thing you know, you'll find His life manifesting in you.
That's right.
Right? It's like I remember I was so in awe of my dad when I was little. Wow. Look at my dad.
Yes.
Look at what my dad can do. My dad is so great. Wow. Look how dad does this. Look how dad does that. Next thing I know, I look back and I saw how he was born in me. And I was doing all the things he was doing. And I didn't try to do it.
Right.
I didn't set about to do it.
Right.
I just found myself doing it. Because my eyes got set on His doing. Do you see? And that's how it is with God. If we could just get our eyes set on Him and His doing instead of ourselves and what we see in ourselves and what we think we can do and what we think we can have and what we think we can do to bring forth life, we'll find life manifesting in us, right? Apart from our doing. Do you guys see that? It's like it's like we feel anxiety sometimes and we feel pressed in on. And we're so tempted to believe that means there's something wrong with us. That weakness is some kind of a sign that we're not as we ought to be. That this is the evidence we can't face the world. This weakness I feel is the evidence I'm being conquered. This weakness I feel is the evidence I'm dying. And what we don't realize is that weakness is not a word that we're not as we ought to be. That weakness only means that something in the world is pressing in on us. And when I say pressing in on us, I mean there's something in the world that has come to us and has tried to get our eyes on our sufficiency to do something.
Yes.
That's all it means. It just means that our eyes have gotten on our own sufficiency to accomplish something. And because our eyes have gotten on our own sufficiency to accomplish something, we feel anxious. We feel fearful. We feel like, what's going on? And it's really a simple thing. It's just that our eyes have gotten set forth on our sufficiency. Guess what? You ain't got no sufficiency in and of yourself. And the moment your mind becomes filled with, how are you going to do something? That's when you know that something has gotten you just a little distracted and looking on yourself and what you're going to do. That's how you know.